Hello, mixtresses and mixters. This is Mixtress Rae, and you're watching Mixtress video. Putting on a glove here. I'm going to do a terrible reenactment of an unbagging of my Restyle order. I've had it for a couple weeks, and I did do an unbagging, but it was like I only had 5 minutes, so I had the phone in one hand, and I was unbagging it with the other hand, and it was just unwatchable. So I'm not going to do that to you guys. So I'm going to do a terrible reenactment right now. So I ordered 4 things from Restyle, which is a Polish company. It cost $15 for my shipping. It took less than 2 weeks to get to me. I live in the United States in the Midwest. So I want to say it only took like 9 days to get to me. It really wasn't bad at all. So overall, I do really like the quality of the items from Restyle. So if the shipping isn't too much for you and you can get things on sale, I would definitely recommend them. So what I got was these gloves, which if you guys like my ASMR videos, let me know if you'd like me to do a video with these gloves, because they are satin on one side and then netting with this embroidered lace stuff, and I love them. I love them so much. They're very comfortable. I will say I have quite small hands, and these gloves are one size fits all. So if your hands are bigger, I feel like my hands could be a little bigger and these gloves would still fit me. And they are stretchy, so maybe I'm just being paranoid, but I think if you know that your hands are quite large, these may be too small for you. Just as a heads up. So first of all, this bag did not come with my Restyle order. It came from Tamed Wild Apothecary. But whenever I got it in my like ritual box, I was like, oh my god, that's the perfect size for a corset. So I had to show you guys. And so cute too, right? Okay. Also got this t-shirt. Please excuse the children and or dogs in the background. This is 95% cotton, 5% elastin. And I've already worn it a few times, and it is kind of like a bodycon t-shirt, I would say. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like here in a second. You're going to get to see it on. And then the other thing, cute little deer antler headband. So you're going to see this on here in a second as well. But let's take this corset out. Kind of move this over, I think, and have the full space for the corset. Okay, I'm gonna try to like get it closed so you can really see. Oh, sorry. This is the, their like hourglass style corset, and it's in mesh. And as you can see, this is the type of mesh. It is technically called sport mesh, thanks to Lucy, from Lucy's Corsetry. She had a recent video where she outlined all the different types of mesh that are used for corsets. And it's very sturdy, like it's not really stretchy. So this corset's going to hold its shape pretty well. The Modesty Panel is 7 inches with about 5 inches of usable space. It did not come like this in the back. I have bent the back steels quite a bit, as you can see. That's a lot. And I will say, I'll do more of a review of the corset here in a second when you see it on. But I will say that this corset takes a long time to get on because the front busk is pretty flexible. I think that might be the reason that it's really hard for me to hook it, because it takes a while every time I put it on to hook it up. Of course, that'll get easier with time. I have only worn this corset 3 or 4 times so far. And also, I think because of the shoe style type lacing and the smallness of the grommets, it's hard to lace it up as well. Like, you can't just pull the laces tight by pulling like at the center, like I can with my Timeless Trends corsets, but those have satin laces. With those corsets, like, I really just have to pull on them and then adjust a little bit, and it's done. It takes me like less than 2 minutes to lace up in a Timeless Trends corset. But I am going to time myself, because it feels like it takes 20 minutes to put this corset on. It probably isn't that bad, but I'm going to time it so I can tell you here in a second. Overall though, this quality, it only cost me $55 for this corset. And to compare with, like, for example, Orchard Corset, which you can get their corsets for $55, it is a million times better quality. The problem for me though, as you'll see here in a second when I put it on, is that I have quite a bit of muffin in the back of this corset, because it is the same size, the same length on the front and the back of this corset, which is about 10.5 inches. And it just, I've got all kinds of fat spilling over the top of this corset, as you'll see here in a second. So because of that, this corset will probably just be like for hanging around the house or photo shoots, or like just because it looks really good with an outfit that I can wear shapewear under to help with that back fat. But overall, I would say great quality corset, and I will be back here in a moment so you can see what it looks like. Okay, I'm back, mixtresses and mixters. I'm just going to show you really quickly how this shirt looks. And of course, I've got the corset under it, and I don't have it totally closed, so you can see the bottom of it. But if I had pants, if my pants were like over the corset underneath, it would stealth better. So this is what the shirt looks like. Okay, now I will be back with the corset. The corset from the front, the side, the back, other side. So I told you I would time myself on how long it took me to get it on. It took 5 minutes, and this was the easiest time it was for me. So just I'm actually going to give this corset a much better review than I originally thought I would. Just from putting it on just now. So what happened was, so it took me 5 minutes to get it on, but like I told you, I have a lot of muffin top. It's much less today. And I think, just to give you some backstory, this is like the 4th time I've put this corset on. The first 2 times I put it on, I just struggled with it a lot, putting it on, had it on for like 15 minutes and then took it off and bent the back. I kept bending the back. Like every time I took it off, the first few times, I bent the back some more so that it would, because it was like really tight in the back, but then it was gaping a lot at the top and the front, which it still is, because I have a quite conical rib cage, so it actually gaps more here than it really should. That said, yesterday was like the 3rd time I put it on, and I actually wore it for maybe 2 hours yesterday. So I am kind of breaking this corset in. I can see, like, this is the most comfortable I've been in it right now, and I've gotten it closed more than I have before. And as you can see, like, the muffin situation is really not that bad right now, whereas every other time I've put it on, it's been really bad, like really bad. So I don't know if I just placed it differently this time. I may have placed it a little higher up. So I think the waist tape is a little higher than my natural waist right now. So that might be a problem when I sit, because I have a rib that sticks out a little bit. So it might be a problem if I'm sitting. It probably will. But, so it could just be an anomaly. The next time I put it on, I'll probably have the muffin situation again in the back. But all of that said, I was able to, I measured on the outside, the waist measurement, and it is 27 right now on the outside. I think this corset takes up about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of space because my gap, of course this is hard to measure, my gap, so it's a 22-inch corset, my gap in the back right now is 3, so that's about right. So I'm wearing it at 25, it measures 27 on the outside, and as you can see, it's a very, I find it to be sort of an odd shape of corset. It's almost like an inverted triangle on the top and then a right side up triangle on the bottom. You know, it's just very boom, boom. So as you can see. But I really like the flexible busk in the front. So it gives it a more dish shape, if you can see that. It definitely, like until I close it more, it's gonna gape at the top and bottom. But that said, I think it's a really cute corset. I like it a lot. What do you guys think? You know, just let me know if you have an opinion on, since normally I do my corset videos in front of like my trifold mirror, so you can sort of see other angles of me as I'm standing there. And I just thought I would try it in front of this beautiful wall hanging that I have today. So let me know which one of those things you prefer if you miss having the mirrored views at the same time. I apologize for all the children sounds outside. It's definitely not an ASMR video because in my mind there's no ASMR video with children in it. I am not a mother and I never will be. Anyway, so yeah, let's see, what should I say about the corset? Now that like I'm having a better experience with it this time, this is like my 4th time putting it on than I have previously. I feel like this is one of those corsets that takes a little bit more, like you have to spend more time with it, figuring out how to put it on, and you know, breaking it in a little bit. Like I'm not a seasoned person, like I don't season my corsets. Obviously your body gets used to them the more you wear them, and you get used to how that particular corset works for you the longer you have it, of course. But I don't think you have to season a corset. Like, yeah, it's going to get more comfortable. Just like any pair of shoes, they're going to get more comfortable as you break them in. And it's the same thing with corsets. So yeah, let's see. I think, let's see, dimensions of this corset. I memorized what the dimensions are with the 24-inch because I like wearing my corsets with like a 2-inch gap. So I think the measurement is about 33 on the underbust. If I'm wearing it at 24, then 24 at the waist, of course, and then 38. And that seems about right, because if I had it cinched in another inch so that it was at 24, it would probably fit me snugly. I do still, as you can see, have the Modesty Panel in. It's not perfect, of course, but I probably will end up taking the Modesty Panel out, but I wanted to make sure I was really going to keep the corset first before I did that. So this is what it looks like, the Restyle Hourglass Mesh. I tried to like wear a contrasting color so you could see through the mesh, but it's very tightly woven, so you would really have to probably wear a very bright color to be able to see the mesh perfectly through it, and I don't have a lot of light or bright colors, so this is as good as I can do, so hopefully you can kind of see the mesh. But I do think it's a very pretty corset, definitely worth $55 if you can get it for that. So I hope this review was helpful to you. Like and subscribe. I never ask people to do that, but I should, right? I'm a YouTuber, kind of. I don't know if I count as a YouTuber. Anyway, that is my, hey, I think I might like it review of the Restyle Mesh Corset. It should be pretty cool for summer if I can get it to the point where I'm comfortable enough in it to wear it stealth at work. That will be really great for me during the summer months. Yeah, sorry, my dog is whimpering, as you can probably hear. What was I gonna say? Oh, I always forget to tell you guys, and I always wish that I had done it afterwards. I name all of my corsets after Buffy characters. This particular corset I have decided to name Spike. So this is Spike. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody.